Good evening, West Amwell families, friends, and soon-to-be middle school students. I would firstly like to thank both Miss Sargent and Miss Lips for providing me with the opportunity to speak at this year's 6th grade promotion. Being here tonight, my mind is flooded with memories from my time spent here at West Amwell. Just 2 months ago, a very nice teacher here at West Amwell allowed me into her classroom at the end of the school day. Being that this was my first time returning to the school since my own 6th grade promotion, walking the halls and seeing my old classrooms and teachers, it was definitely a surreal experience for me. Yes, it was surreal because the school looked exactly as I remembered it, but it was also surreal because it served me as a subconscious reminder that I'm not the same nervous, curious, and high-strung little kid that used to walk these halls. I've matured, I've found my confidence, and I've learned to pursue being uncomfortable. My time at South is most certainly the reason that I've become the person I am today. I will say that South does have a way about bringing out the best versions of their students. As you were all promoted from Wildcats to Eagles tonight, I want you to remember, I need you to remember, 2 very important things. Firstly, the journey you are all about to embark on together, the next 6 years of your life, are meant to be one of, if not the most memorable chapters of your life. I encourage you to make the most of every moment and see each day for what it truly is, an opportunity. I'm sure you've all heard it 1,000 times from your parents and teachers alike. Something along the lines of, you've got to live in the moment, you got to live in the present, because one day you'll blink and realize you graduate high school tomorrow. As annoying as this may be to hear on a weekly basis, guys, your parents cannot be any more right. Even as someone who puts forth a conscious effort to live presently, I still haven't come to terms that my time at South Hunterdon will come to an end tomorrow morning. Whether it be tonight or tomorrow morning, we are all taking our next big steps in life together. We will take our next big step with both confidence and satisfaction, knowing that what lies ahead holds nothing but the best and highest promise for all of us. The second thing I require you must remember as you enter a new chapter in your life is that by the time the sun sets tonight, you are not grown up. By the time you all graduate high school, or graduate college for that matter, you are not grown up. Even by the time you all begin to start families of your own, you're not grown up. My last 6 years at South have taught me there's no specific time or event that renders you grown up. I look back on my first day of 7th grade, and while I still cannot believe how fast it flew by, I don't see too much of a difference between these 2 versions of myself. The first day of 7th grade at South, as cliche as it sounds, is truly something I'll never forget. My stepmom pulled in the student parking lot at about 7:45 a.m. I was sitting in the passenger seat, and as she pulled in, I vaguely remember running through my locker combination in my head repetitively, just to make sure I knew it for the millionth time. And I've never have admitted it before today, but I was scared. I was nervous, I was anxious, and so I pretended that I didn't know where I was supposed to enter the building. Lucky enough for little 7th grade me, my stepmom bought that. My little act henceforth inspired 3 more full laps around the parking lot to regain my assured confidence. And soon enough, I began to recognize some familiar faces, and the fear that just minutes before had plagued me had diminished completely. And it was in that moment that I worked up the courage to take that big step, South Hunterdon. So whether you're counting down the days until you get to take on South, or you're feeling nervous here just talking about it, just remember you'll always have each other. You guys have spent the past 7 years with each other, learning with each other, learning from each other, learning about each other. All in all, living life with each other. You're all entering this new chapter together. Remember what I've told you about the happiness that the next 6 years will unearth. There are so many memories to be made. Remember that while this is a big step for you all and myself, we are not grown up. We all still have so much to learn, so much to see and experience. Remember that for the past 7 years and the next 6 years, this right here is your family. You guys are the class of 2028, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors at South. Thank you all again for having me tonight, and a huge congratulations to the newest class of South Hunterdon Eagles.